Hello there, Internet. Today, this is for all the single ladies out there upset over their undesirable traits. But fear not, for today, we are going to help you, the single lady, get yourself the man, using, of course, Craigslist Manchester. I have, of course, browsed some of these, just made sure that they are kosher. And let's go in this one. Am I that ugly? Darwin. Hi, ladies. I'm a 26-year-old guy who has never had sex or even been kissed. I am now desperate to lose my virginity. It's okay to contact this person with services or other commercial interests. We cannot answer your question without a photo. You want to post a photo? We've of course got this one. I chose this one specifically to read. Attractive Dom / Daddy, searching for my sub-sweetheart, DDLG, Manchester, Cheshire, Lancashire. Genuine good looking, sexy guy, looking for my submissive baby girl. Great sense of humour, intelligent, passionate, creative, artistic. Love to travel. I love every aspect of age play. The caring, loving side and the naughty, dominating side. Read the story below to see if it might be your thing and get me on kick. CGUnique. Me and my baby girl where. Just gonna highlight that real quick. Just gonna highlight this word right here. Me and my baby girl were on holiday in Spain. We had a coach journey, but just going to point out the lack of punctuation, which was a 10-hour trip to some amazing caves and volcanoes. When we arrived at the location where we would be setting off from the When we arrived at the location where we would be setting off from, luckily there weren't that many people, but it was a big luxury coach, so plenty of room for everyone. We got on the coach and headed to near the back. As we sat down to get comfy, one other girl headed near us, kind of next to us but further back because of how the seats were laid. Just like us, was wearing bikini / summer clothes. What? Just like us was wearing bikini / summer clothes, a swim costume with just a white t-shirt over it. Another gorgeous brunette just like my baby girl. Almost the same as what my baby girl was wearing except the colour of the t-shirt. My girl was in a thin white and yellow striped dress that covered her whole swim costume just about. We were going to be swimming and it was so hot everyone was wearing the same kind of thing. There was Spanish music playing on the journey. Not too loud, just nice, and every now and again the driver would speak into a microphone to point out landmarks. About 3 hours into the journey, two before out big stop my what? Two before out big stop my baby girl was getting a little horny. I had my hand on her thigh, just gently and lovingly rubbing her leg and thigh. She said to me in a quiet voice, "You make me so wet, Daddy," and looked at me. I looked straight back, smiled and kissed her on the lips. She embraced the kiss. So sexy. Lifting her head up to kiss me back, then sucking on my tongue. Then she leaned into me to rest on my shoulder as I carried on caressing her leg. About 10 minutes later she said, "Seriously, I'm so horny." "Shall I stop, baby?" I asked. "No, please don't," she replied. What did you want me to do then, baby? I asked. I need you to suck on my nipples, Daddy. She loves to breastfeed her daddy, and she knows how much I love it too. She went to move to the window seat where I was sat so the other girl could see, but I told her not to. No, baby, stay there. But soon as she said that, I knew what she would say. It's okay, sweetheart. You're gonna stay there, okay? I said in a reassuring way. I think she knew why. For the whole journey, we had been kissing and touching each other. We always do. And I spotted the girl watching us a few times. She was sat on her window side too, but could still see us just about. I put my hand up my baby girl's shirt and under her bikini and started to very gently caress and squeeze her nipple, slowly rolling her nipple in my fingers. At the time, I would gently kiss her on the cheek, on her forehead, and her gorgeous lips. She groaned, ever so softly, and started to breathe a little louder. Daddy, she would say every now and again. That's a good girl, I would reply, whispering in her ear. I could see the other girl could see what was happening. Then I told her to take her dress off. It easily slipped over her head. So she did. One of her breasts was out, and I moved the bikini so both were out. Just remember the word intelligent that was highlighted earlier. Her nipples were already both hard. Then I got on my knees in front of her. There was just about enough room, and I started to kiss and lick her breasts simultaneously. My baby was about to turn to see if the girl could see or not, but before she did, I said, "It's okay, baby, just relax." And then I put her nipple in my mouth and started to suckle. That's when she closed her eyes and groaned again. With my hands, I would gently squeeze both breasts and then the other breast, her left. And then move the other breast, her left. What? With my hands, I would gently squeeze both breasts and then move the other breast, her left. What? Oh, gee, just remember the word intelligent I highlighted earlier. As I did, I looked over to see the girl watching with her hand down her bikini bottoms. Oh boy. She wasn't even hiding the fact. I carried on looking as I suckled on my baby girl, and as she watched, I could see her hand in her bikini rubbing slowly. Then I stopped suckling momentarily, and with my index finger gestured her to come here. I still had my other hand on my baby girl's breast, squeezing her nipple as I did. The girl stopped rubbing, looked at me, then I gestured with my head to come over, smiling, reassuring her it was okay. She moved her bag onto the floor that was next to her and came over. She came quite quickly, I think to not draw attention and to not be seen. Straight away I said, "Get on your knees." I moved up a bit. My baby girl opened up her eyes and smiled as she was in a bit of a horny haze because of how her nipples suckled made her feel. Then I said quietly, "Do you want to suckle?" She looked at my baby girl as she was smiling back, also softly biting her lip as she just nodded back. I led the way and started to suckle, and she immediately put her lips on my baby's other nipple and started to suck. My baby then started to squirm a little more than she already was, closing her eyes and breathing even more heavily. She then looked at the girl, and as the girl was sucking, she looked back. My baby was looking her straight in the eye. Again, she did that sexy bite of the lip, and then the girl quickly moved in for a kiss. They immediately started to kiss very passionately. Then my baby girl put her hand gently on her head / cheek and moved gently towards me. She was a bit nervous and hesitant, but she moved in, and I kissed her very gently on the lips. "It's okay," I said. "You can kiss me too." and she moved in for another kiss, this time a bit more passionately. Then I started to take my baby girl's swimsuit panties down. They were warm and wet, and there was a glisten in my baby's pussy. Then I started to kiss her thighs, moving closer to her pussy. But before I did then, I looked at the girl. She then started doing the same thing, kissing her thighs and almost getting to her pussy, but then stopping, almost like she was waiting for me to show her what to do. A tutorial. Then I put my mouth on my baby's pussy and started to taste all her juices. This juice didn't have citrus. Putting my tongue inside her, my baby would grab my head as I did. With my tongue, I started to put pressure on her clit and massage, keeping the weight on like I know she loves, at the same time showing the girl what to do. As I did, my baby must have known the girl wanted to try, so she moved my head away and was staring at the girl. The girl moved straight in and started doing exactly what I was doing. Model student. As she did, I kissed my baby girl so she could taste what I had tasted. Then I started to suckle her breasts again. Now my baby girl was breathing so heavily I knew she would come quite fast. The girl was loving it, and was feeling her other breast as she carried on massaging my baby's clit with her tongue, and my baby was holding her head and started to shake. "Oh my god, oh my god," she whispered, but whispered quite loud. And right then she started to shake vigorously. "That's a good girl," I said. "Come for daddy." She loves when I say that, and she opened her eyes and looked at me as I smiled as I said that, then closed them again as she was still having an orgasm. Then she moved the girl's head away because it was getting too much. She looked at me and smiled, and the girl spoke for the first time in a very sexy Spanish accent. "¿Qué pasó?" "You taste perfect," she said, smiling at her. Then they kissed again. I sat down on my seat as they were kissing, then she kissed me and said, "I want to be your baby girl as well." My baby girl smiled at us both. I could tell she wanted it as much. And at that moment, when my baby girl had found a baby girl sister. Posted 3 days ago. Do not contact me with unsolicited services or offers. And this guy has another post, notably over here, that says "Forever a genuine daddy, attractive and sexy, Manchester, updated 3 days ago, posted 19 days ago." As you can tell, he posts this like every 2.5 weeks. Genuine, attractive, daddy, looking for my forever baby girl sweetheart. Looking for my true, genuine, sexy baby girl who needs her daddy as much as I need my baby girl. I like a bit of the bratty side. A baby girl who in the vanilla world is intelligent, ambitious traveller with a great sense of humour. In age play I love both aspects, the loving caring side and the naughty side. I don't do one night stands, I am looking to fall in love. Well, this post here says very differently. Not interested in girls who come on here to sleep around or mess around with everyone on email. But you just fooled around with a stranger in this one post. I realise Craigslist is full of that, but I know genuine people look on here too. No, they don't. I'm so sorry, CGUnique. Tell me a bit about yourself, don't just say hi. Is hello okay? Also, read stories to see if you like them. There's 3. Read the bottom one first, and so on to read them in the order I wrote them. Speak soon, baby girl. Number 10 in Roman numerals. 3 times. Well, that is the end of our adventure on Craigslist. As you can tell, CGUnique does not get many offers, and neither does our fellow protagonist, Am I That Ugly? He doesn't really post anything. But unfortunately, we have to go and kill ourselves after reading such heinous dialogue. The end.